they did not fear Rome. At least, not at first. To the tribes of Gaul, Rome was a distant city of stone and law. To the kings of Greece, Rome was a crude upstart with borrowed culture. To the generals of Carthage, Rome was stubborn, but predictable. To the warlords of Iberia, Germania, and the East, Rome was just another rival power, one that would eventually fracture like all others before it. They believed Rome could be beaten in open battle. They believed Roman armies were slow, rigid, unimaginative. They believed Rome lacked the cavalry, the numbers, the prestige to dominate the ancient world. They believed that once defeated, Rome would negotiate. They miscalculated. They misunderstood not Rome's weapons, but Rome's system. They did not realize they were not fighting an army. They were fighting a machine that replaced generals, a machine that absorbed defeat, a machine that learned, a machine that never stopped marching. This is the story of how Roman legions conquered half the known world, not through brilliance alone, but through discipline, logistics, adaptation, and relentless pressure. Before Rome ruled the Mediterranean, war followed familiar patterns. Armies were temporary. Soldiers were seasonal. Campaigns ended when supplies ran out or morale broke. Kings led from the front. Defeat often meant negotiation, and victory was usually decided by a single battle. Across the ancient world, military power rested on aristocratic warriors, heroic elites, mercenary contingents, loose tribal coalitions. Carthage relied on hired soldiers. Greek states relied on citizen militia. Eastern empires relied on vast numbers and tradition. Rome believed in none of this. Rome believed war was not an event, but a process, a continuous exertion of pressure until resistance collapsed. This belief would reshape warfare forever. Rome's earliest wars were not glorious. They were brutal, local, and unforgiving. Surrounded by enemies in Italy, Rome learned one lesson early. Survival required organization. Roman society was built around obligation. Citizens owed service. Service owed discipline. Discipline owed obedience. The Roman soldier was not a hero. Wash, Atul, and Rome. The Roman legion was not just a group of men with shields. It was a self-contained system. Each legion included heavy infantry, light skirmishers, engineers, medics, quartermasters, signal officers, clerks, blacksmiths, surveyors. This meant Roman armies did not rely on cities or allies. They carried their war with them. Where a legion marched, a city could rise overnight. Roads appeared. Fortresses emerged. Supply depots followed. The battlefield was shaped before combat even began. Roman weapons were not elegant. They were practical. The gladius was short, brutal, designed for stabbing and formation. The pilum was engineered to bend on impact, rendering enemy shields useless. The scutum, tall and curved, created moving walls of protection. But the true weapon was not steel. It was repetition, drill after drill, formation after formation. Rome trained soldiers to react without thinking. While enemies relied on courage, Romans relied on muscle memory. Carthage underestimated Rome completely. Carthage had wealth, naval dominance, experienced commanders. Rome had none of that. So Rome built it. When Rome lacked a navy, it constructed one from scratch. When it lost fleets, it built mori. When it lost battles, it replaced armies. Carthage fought to win wars. Rome fought to exhaust enemies. The Punic Wars revealed Rome's most terrifying trait. Rome could lose and keep coming. No matter how many legions were destroyed, Rome raised new ones. This shattered traditional military logic. Hannibal Barca defeated Rome repeatedly. Trebian Lake, Trasimene Cani. Each defeat would have ended another civilization. Rome refused to surrender. Instead, it adapted. It avoided decisive battle, harassed supply lines, targeted allies, slowly strangled Carthage's support. Rome learned that victory was not about brilliance, but endurance. Hannibal won battles. Rome won the war. Rome's greatest innovation was not tactical, it was institutional. Commanders could fail, but the system endured. If one general was defeated, another replaced him. If one strategy failed, Rome changed it. Roman officers recorded campaigns, analyzed mistakes, standardized procedures. War became a science. No ancient power had done this before. Roman logistics were ruthless. Roads were built to move armies, not merchants. Supply chains were protected by forts. Marching camps were built every night with trenches, walls, and gates. Even in enemy territory, Roman soldiers slept behind defenses. This meant Roman armies rested while enemies exhausted themselves. Rome controlled time, and time wins wars. The tribes of Gaul believed numbers and ferocity would crush Rome. They charged with noise, speed, and courage. Roman legions waited, locked shields, held formation, absorbed the shock, then advanced slowly, relentlessly. The Roman line did not break. It ground forward. Gaul learned the hard truth. Rome did not panic. Rome did not chase. Rome crushed resistance systematically. Village by village, fort by fort, year by year. Against Hellenistic phalanxes, Rome adapted. Against cavalry-heavy enemies, Rome restructured formations. Against desert warfare, Rome modified logistics. The legion was flexible. It could detach units, reconfigure lines, fight in forests, mountains, deserts. No army was as adaptable. Rome conquered minds as much as territory. Defeated enemies were offered citizenship, alliance, protection. Revolt meant annihilation. Submission meant survival. This characteristic strategy turned enemies into defenders of Roman rule. The empire expanded not just by force, but by absorption. Rome paid a price. Legions died by the tens of thousands. Frontiers stretched thin. Constant war hardened society. Eventually, the machine that conquered the world demanded more than Rome could give. Logistics grew fragile. Command became politicized. Adaptation slowed. The system that once absorbed defeat began to fracture. Rome conquered half the known world, not because it was the strongest, but because it learned faster than everyone else. Its enemies fought wars. Rome fought systems. Rome understood that victory belongs to preparation, discipline, logistics, adaptation, and relentless pressure. Empires fall when they believe their past victories guarantee future success. Rome rose because it never believed that, and in doing so, it changed the nature of warfare forever, perfected that tool.